just need to start working with a vision, beautiful out there in Africa. Everybody knows that. The world cannot exist without Africa. I can't take it away. That's a reality. Africa. Never take it away, that's not true. You can never take it away, that's not true. You can never take it away, that's not true. You can never take it away, that's not true. I'm gonna run the world, I see the many things. I'm gonna run the world, I see the many people. Everything we need is right in Africa. Everything we need is right here in Africa. Only what we need is just unity. We got all the things we need, we got great people. You can never take it away, that's the truth. We got all the things we need, we got safari in Africa. My desire, to go back to Africa. My desire, retire in Africa. My desire, live a better life in Africa. My desire, to make it in Africa. My desire, to fall back in Africa. My desire, living like king in Africa. My desire, everything we in Africa. My desire, everything that we want is in Africa. I'm gonna run the world, I see many people. I'm gonna run the world, I see you can move my head in Africa. You gotta go and everything in Africa. Got the moon and the sunshine, everything in Africa. Everything we need right in Africa. Everything the world needs right in Africa. We can take it away. That's not true. You can never take it away. That's not true. My desire, to go back to Africa. My desire, retire in Africa. My desire, live a better life in Africa. My desire, so make it in Africa. My desire, so fall back in Africa. My desire, living like king in Africa. My desire. Hello, good evening. Our desire is to live big in Africa, make it in Africa, and return back to Africa. And that is the music of Agabi. And that is the music I produced some years ago. And I expressed my desire to return back to Africa and be the king in Africa. And that's what the music is talking about. With me is Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE, who is joining us right now from Professor, can you please tell us, introduce, I know we know, a lot of our viewers know you, but many don't even know your location. You've never told us your exact location.
Okay, I am from Omonakwa Ihembosi in Ekwusigo local government of Anambra, Biafra land.
You're welcome, Professor.
Hello,
thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're welcome. I hope that those who are viewing us will have the courage to share this program and make it go around, because we won't be staying long. OB Bondis, you're welcome to the program. If you come in, we can you can indicate, then we call your name out. We want you to share this program. Why? Because we are going to make it as brief as possible. We have Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE on Foodism War Gladiator. Because This phrase is such a, yes, this phrase is such a strong phrase that sometimes I miss it. But I think I'm beginning to get it into my mind. Foodism War Gladiator, Professor of Foodism War Gladiator, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, really.
Yes, so Professor, like you said, you invited some of your friends and your colleagues and your associates, and with us is Hilary Ike. Hilary Ike. Good evening, Hilary. Hello, Hilary. Good evening. Maybe Hillary is having difficulties, so we'll be allowing him to leave and come back when he must have sorted himself out. Hillary, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Good evening, moderator.
Thank you very much. Can you please introduce yourself, Hillary Ikani?
Like you just called, my name is Hilary Ikani, the CEO Human Fishery here in Oka. The Foodism War. Hello?
Go ahead. Yeah, Hillary is out. So, Professor, who is Hillary Ikani?
He is one of the Foodism War Gladiators, those who are determined to feed and heal the nation, because that is what makes a nation. If a nation can take care of the food they eat and their medical way and their medical needs, then you have a nation. But as long as there is no food, as long as the medical is dependent on independence, freedom is latent. So he's among those who are trying to get people out of their homes to go to the farmland, fallow farmland, take it up. He's in Oka, and we have some areas in Oka we are farming.
Okay, we are happy to have him, and I hope he comes back because I think he has a lot of experience in fishery, and I would like him to share that experience with our audience. Professor, today we'll be talking about the issues of Foodism War Gladiator. And the last time we talked about the challenges our people are having in terms of agricultural equipment and all the necessary tools to effect food production. And we are working towards mobilizing Biafrans who are ready to invest in that direction. And we're encouraging every Biafran to put their money where their mouth is, to invest in agricultural tools and equipment, because that is where the future is. Professor, do you have anything to tell us? Do you have any insight before we proceed to other issues in this direction of agricultural equipment that we talked about the last time?
Yeah, the world is heading towards two businesses. One, food and health. Temporarily, banks, petroleum, and other things. I wrote a book in 1985 telling them that 1985, published in the US, that there will be coronavirus in 20. Since we go, then there'll be no more use of petrol in 2023 and other things. The world is heading to the level where if you're not a farmer, you cannot stand the trend of what is going to happen in the next few years. Everybody needs to go back to the farm, and everyone needs to be able to be independent as far as health management is concerned. If you look at the trend of the world today, they are trying to take over these two industries. And if they take over these two industries, then every other person on earth will be subject to be dependent, and they will become the monopolist. So the sooner we look into these two things, I'm talking about food production. The point why I'm emphasizing on this, that Biafra land has enough land, enough fallow land to feed the whole earth, even if the whole earth refuses to farm. So that means we can feed ourselves, but presently, approximately 80% of what Biafrans eat are not from Biafran land. Yet we have enough fertile land, good weather, everything possible. We've done researches to help them market these products and make it more viable. We have done researches on fishery, on animal husbandry, on plants, and we have produced something fantastic. If you look at the world the way it is, everybody is taken care of by GMO or inorganic products. And these are the things causing health hazard we have in the whole earth today. So in Biafran land, we are known for creativity. We are known for positiveness. We should be able to produce our own food crops, our own yams, our own rice, our own all kinds of crops, our own animals. We should be able to do that. We can feed the whole world. We can invest on this. Anything you invest on land will give you, just like giving a woman a sperm, she will produce babies. Anything you give the land will reproduce itself. The land has power to reproduce itself in hundreds fold. We don't need any more artificial fertilizers that are killing our crops, our insects, and everything that are here. We don't need them. We have our own organically research-produced fertilized manures, which we got from earthworm and other things. So we are ready to help people. Another thing, again, we have land, farmland. A lot of farmland we can give out freely to people who need them in various provinces in Biafran land. If you need the land, all you need to do is to consult me or come directly or send your representative or representatives. We go to the land and we give it to you for 25 to 35 years, and we provide expertise and train the people and give them the know and provide a market to buy the product. Then our people should invest on machineries. They should invest on machines for packaging, for preservation, for farming. And all this is a very whole set of business. We don't need to be importing anything any longer. We can take care of our immediate needs. That the two immediate needs of man is, food and health. In every ramification, the most important thing for a man to be able to reason, to be able to function, to be able to work, to be able to advance is first, food. Second, health. And health industry have disappointed us. We are now finding out that the health industry are not doing exactly what we have. We ask ourselves, can we return to our traditional health industry using herbals to treat the terminal diseases? Yes, 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 we can. So we can now invest on health industry too, and be able to use that to teach the world that our forefathers were able to manage this health. No matter the story you are told, you don't depend on what you are told. Our ancient people had traditional means of handling all the ailments that followed in their own epoch. But whatever we're having today is as a result of inorganic products we're eating. In this Biafran land, for example, there are no organic egg. There is no organic meat. Nothing is organic any longer. Everything is inorganic, grown by fertilizers. And so every day people are dying. COVID-19 is killing, and people are dying of other diseases now, much more than COVID-19, which is killing us. And we don't age any longer because we lost our culture, we lost our identity. The oldest man now is 70, 60, 50. He's old. No, we are not so during our time, during the time of our forefathers. They live 100, 120 years, 130 years, 140. What is happening today is what we eat eats us. All those things we eat are what are eating us today. Our genome, our frames are being taken up. Mark you, we don't have the same marker with the Western world. We have what they call capital M-168 marker, M-A-R-K-E-R. So that's what we have. The Chinese has capital M-122 M-A-R-K-E-R marker. That's what they have. So you cannot be eating the Chinese food as a Biafran. You cannot be eating the Yoruba food as a Biafran. We have our own. All we need to do is to develop ours. You cannot be eating the Australian food as a Biafran. You must eat your own traditional food. My brother was telling he's eating offensara. Well, fine. Where did you get it from? It's your own. It's your body composition. It is inside your own program. It's programmed with your body. that you should eat traditional food and live longer. As long as you are eating traditional food, you live longer. But when you're eating another man's food, you are living in another man's false identity and false culture. I beg our people, return home and farm the fallow land. There are dangers going on. This fallow land can be occupied by another person. I don't want to mention them, but those things you know that are real is that our fallow land are being taken over by foreigners. We have a very, very massive land that are not being farmed. And we have acquired them, waiting for those who want to participate. We're not going to ask you for any money for the land. It's free. We're asking you to come and invest. Call your brother or your sister. Stop sending money from abroad, $1,000, $2,000. That is enough to set up a farm. Stop wasting the money. Send it to the farm. Send it to your brother. Let him go to the farm. Let him come to the organization. We'll teach him or her and put him into the line so that that money becomes an investment, no longer a free gift. These are the issues we are discussing. These are the issues we are talking about. These are the things we have to do.
So, Prof, thank you very much for that, for elaborating on the issue of the opportunities that are available, and our people are not taking enough advantage of that opportunity. We've been deceived for too long that we don't have land, we don't have, that in the eastern region that we don't have land, and our people have believed that over the years that we don't have land. But Prof is here to tell you that there is enough land, enough space for us to farm and feed the world. Yeah. So, Prof, for the past few weeks, let's say, because last week you were here, last week Friday you were here. So, what have you been able to do for the past 1 week? In terms of agriculture, yes.
Okay, in terms of agriculture, we are trying to start rice now. Rice. We just finished harvesting the ones we did. We harvest rice every 3 months. On the 4th month, we're going to start planting rice next week. So what we're doing now is to soak them in organic manure and other things that are preparatory to them. So by next week, we'll start farming. I will show the video. We'll start farming our rice. We'll be able to do that. We are preparing grounds for potato, Irish potato. You know, I do not like to call something English apple, English grape. This is rubbish. It's now Biafran potato. No, the ones they call Irish potato, we now don't need to plant it on our land because of the condition of the weather now. We use cement bags, as I experimented before. If you divide cement half into two, half of it will be pig dung, pig dung. Then half of it will be topsoil. You mix them together and put them. Then you plant the Irish potato there. Get as many cement rice bag or cement bag as possible, up to 500. We plant it there. After 3 or 4 months, we're going to harvest it. I'm going to show everything live. With 500 bags, you can make $6,550. And I can estimate how much it will cost you to do it. Then you need water and your urine. The urine you have, that is the fertilizer. I don't want you to go involved into going to get fertilizer, everything. Now the pig dung is already there, plus their urine. It will produce, that bag will almost burst because of the quantity of Irish potato that will be there. We presently in Biafran land, we are importing every Irish potato we have is being imported from the north. That's what is happening. But right now, if 10 people start, if 10 people can start now, only 10 farmers, each person having 500 bags of Irish potato right now, in the next 4 or 5 months, the whole Biafra land will be flooded with Irish potato. And the importation from those whom we seem to be our enemies for now, we stop. And that's a big blow on their economy. So what we do now is to ask people right now to start with rice, those who are living at rice area like Umumbo, like Anako, like Omasi, and some areas where the water is coming out from the ground, they can start with rice. But for now, what you can do right now, based on the weather, you can start Irish potato mass production. You can also start, you can also produce even corn, fresh corn, oka, fresh corn inside cement bag. Its main production is the present one, unless you have greenhouse, unless you can go into greenhouse farming. But for now, this weather we are, January up to the next 3 months before rain comes, we can start farming all these things I have mentioned. You close it green, ogo, potato, Irish local potato, we have the local one. The local one needs open ground. So the Irish one does not need an open ground. You can also plant greens, cucumber, cabbage, carrots, and others. You can plant them right now, but you plant them within an enclosure in bags, not on the floor, not on the earth, unless you can irrigate. We are still working on plants that will give us water without digging the ground. Unless you have borehole, we are working on the generator that can suck water from the air. That way, maybe before the year runs out, we will produce BIAFRA generator that will produce water from the air instead of taking from the ground. In some areas like CHINEDU and some other areas where the water level is very high, they can hardly get water, and we need to cover up those areas. Now, some area like Akwa Ibom, some area like Bayelsa, some area like River State, we can start lettuce and cucumber there. Lettuce, cucumber, cabbage can be done there right now. And there are a big market for it. And most of those things I'm telling you, I will also teach them how they can use it for herbal remedies to heal their body too, to heal their bodies of terminal diseases like cancer, diabetes, stroke, ulcer, call them the diabetes, call them sickle cell, all those diseases that are impossible. We also teach the farmers how they can use those things they are planted, eat them raw at a particular time of the day, and then some of those ailments can be resolved. We also teach them how to send away rodents from the farm, insecticides from the insects from the farm, pesticide from the farm, and so on and so forth. We also have to teach them how to protect the farm, both physically and whatever, so that there will be no invasion on the land. These are the things we will teach them from next month. The next two months to come, rain will start and it will be a boom. So it is better you come now, collect the land right now and start. But one thing I warn everybody, do not burn any grass in the farmland. Do not burn grasses. When you burn the grasses, you are cleaning the enzymes, you are cleaning the things that are inside the soil, that we recycle the plant, the manures, or compost manure that's supposed to be there. Don't burn, that is forbidden, because we have our rules here to help the land never to start dying. One of the things I need you to do is to come for the seminars. We are going to organize, starting from next week, we'll have seminar at Newi in my office. And those who are organizing seminar in Imo State, I'm aware of that. And those who are organizing in Abakaliki, I'm aware of that. They are listening to me. I shall be coming there. And your duty is to pay my transport to and fro and then keep me in the hotel. I give you all the rundown, all the things you need to make sure that you are trained properly so that you'll be able to benefit from this.
I think that the company will take care of that, and that is the reason we're organizing it in such a way that the training will be well structured. So maybe by next week Friday you'll be coming back to give more elaboration on the process. So for those who are interested in involving themselves in training, you can get in touch on how you can be part of the training to get the skill that you need to improve your life and the well-being of our people in general. Professor, thank you very much.
What you said is correct. Yeah, you are right. You are to take care of that. My duty is to go there.
Yeah. So Oriental Origin would take care of all the necessary logistics, and we'll be working it out with those who are interested in the participation. So Prof, we've seen you do so many things, even especially in the area of herbs herbs, and so you see that agriculture is so vast that people have, right of choices in areas they can actually put their interest where they feel they are passionate about. So you don't necessarily have to be in the area of food production. It can also be in the area of herbal production.
Yeah. Yes, you can be in the herbal. Thing about human being is everything comes from herbs. Everything comes from there. The herbs, everything human being is from herbs. Both drugs and food we eat, they're all herbals. All you need to do is to have a little bit of knowledge. You don't have to go to school. The school can go through you. You don't have to go through the school. Now, you can learn this through our people or in seminars. You'll be able to take home the knowledge that you didn't go through the school to acquire. The school went through you to be able to acquire that. Herbal remedies are one of the things. What do I eat to remain healthy is very important. In any medical field, the doctors can only give you drugs. And where did the drugs come from? The drugs came from BioLite. And where did BioLite come from? The BioLite came from plants and perhaps some animals. And they fuse it together into capsule, and they fuse it together into shrubs, and then they give it to you. Why not eat those things BioLite live? Why not eat those things, and your body will be able to produce the antioxidant necessary, or whatever necessary for the body, scavengers to be able to fight and keep the body healthy. So we can learn that in our own primary world. We are not medical doctors, but at least you know what to eat to remain healthy. You know what to eat and what not to eat for every stage of 3 lives every human being has. 25, 25, 25, the 3 lives we have. The 93 trillion cells in the body at the first 25 from age 1 to 25 years only grows. Then the second 25, which is from 26 to 51, the cells are aging. Then the last 25, which is from 51 to 75, the cells are dying. You should be able, as a farmer, know what to eat at each stage of life you are. We're going to teach you all those things to help you maintain this body. The body has to be maintained by what you eat daily. And these are the rules we are going to have our farmers, because a farmer is not supposed to be sickly. You need to go to the farm almost every day, or you need to think about the farm. We're not talking every day must go to farm, because there are other areas of farming where you don't even need to see a farm. Packaging, storing, marketing, and haulage, and supplies. And we also, I know some people are calling, they want to be contractor, they want to buy 20, 30, 40 bags of rice to go and supply somewhere. Yes, of course, you're also a farmer. Those are areas. You can also be in the hotel, because we're the one that supply hotels like ShopRites. We'll supply them tomato, green pepper, we'll supply them fish, we'll supply them all. You could be a supplier too. There are so many areas. It's a holistic. There are so many areas you can get yourself involved in. And so you can be involved in marketing, in packaging, in supplying, can be involved in direct farming, can be involved in labor in the farm, can be involved in bringing the machines. You can be involved in marketing externally outside Biafran land. You can be involved in all those areas too. The areas are much. So it's all encompassing. It's ambiguous. It's not a small thing for somebody to talk agriculture. Agriculture is very, very big. It's almost everything. The cloth I'm wearing now is from textile. It's from textile industry. It's an agricultural product. The cap I'm wearing is agricultural product. The eyeglasses, the shoes, they are from agricultural products. So even the books we are using, right, they're agriculture. These are things we can get ourselves involved, that human beings depend on greenery to stay alive.
Yeah, Prof, thank you very much. I also told our people that even that the 50% of every vehicle you see on the road, 50% of the components are all agricultural produce that come from the plastic, from the rubber that you have. We used to have a lot of rubber plantations, and I don't know how that functions right now in Biafra land.
Well, mostly it's dead. What we're trying to revive in Biafra land is cocoa, from where you get your teas and your chocolates and the rest of them. We're trying to grow a cocoa farm now everywhere in Anambra State and other states. The rubber plantation was supposed to be where in the West, but we are trying to revive some part of them. Everything has to be taken up by a particular place where the climate is favorable. So we are going to do it what they call a kind of farming system, where every local government or every adaptable condition of the climate, geographical condition, keyboard system, they call it, keyboard system. The Israelis use it. So there are some areas in Biafran land that can accommodate cocoa plantation. But there are some areas also we need rubber plantation. There are some areas we need palm or palm plantation. There are some areas for groundnut. There are some areas for other products. It depends. It depends on really, but Biafra land has the capacity to accommodate all crops on this planet Earth. Since we have successfully done that of English apple, done that of English grape, done that of strawberry, you can show them if they want to see. Since we have successfully done that, we're able to produce English apple.
Yeah, I think Professor has issues with his network, and as soon as he put that in order, would come back to him. So he was talking about the English apple. He was talking about series of things that he had been able to experiment and come out with the result. And there is a lot of opportunity. And people do not understand that there are lots and lots of opportunity out there in the field of agriculture. And this is the reason we have set up Black and White Web TV and Oriental Origin, a management company, is also available to assist those in the diaspora to be part of this process in Biafra land. And we cannot ignore our activities at this point in time. Our people need employment, our people need food, we need production. We are also talking about energy generation. You know, and we've seen Engineer Richard from USA come here to talk about that, and he will definitely be coming back again. And what we are saying are practical things. These are things that are happening on the ground. So it's not a tale by moonlight. These are practical things. Professor is on the ground and he's doing it and he's getting results. Professor,
Yeah.
we've seen you also show us that even the pawpaw itself is another source, because the last time you talked about the medicinal angle of the pawpaw, what it can be used for.
Yes. There's the seed is medicine. The seed itself is medicine. The leaves, medicine. The root somehow poisonous, but you can extract medicine out of the roots. The seed can be eaten raw. You can see it on the spoon. We grind it in the mortar. This is to cure some diseases. Not something I can say on air now. The leaves, we also blend them and we use them to cure some. Also, some of them we combine with other, like the sap. Now, we're not just farming, we are experimenting and we are researching on the farm products that are grown with organic manure, not inorganic, because as long as the DNA, as long as the plant is not interfered with, it will carry natural healing substances inside them. These are the things we've been experimenting on, and we've been getting results. We drink them. Somebody who is sick goes to hospital. The doctor says, no, this sickness has never been in your body system before, because he went through the process of drinking this for a minimum of 4 months, when the whole cells in the human body would have changed to a new one, because we age every 4 months, but our blood cells change every 7 days. It depends. So we can stay here in, for example, most of my friends have never suffered from malaria or typhoid for the past 10 years. The reason being that those who have been suffering from it almost every month have found, I'm not trying to destroy business for pharmaceutical, for pharmacists, for doctors. We are trying to tell you that being healthy as a farmer is part of the project and the program of Foodism War Gladiatotr. That's why we call it war, because it's war against the things that attack us. 1, hunger. 2, ill health. 3, encroachments into raping and killing and whatever it attack on our well-being, on our destiny, and on our freedom. Because if that is attack on our freedom, you are attacking our economy. You can't do that in any nation and say that you are free. So we need to take over these areas of life, the areas that will give us food, the areas that will give us health. And we teach them, we teach every farmer, so that if I die tomorrow, I would have downloaded most of the knowledge inherited in me, and it will not die away. As long as those ideas are alive, I'm still alive. Now, let us understand that the monies we make, the wealth, the influences, they die with us. But the ideas we leave behind for others to prove, we continue to live, and the person will continue to be alive. If this is understood, we begin to see the need for us to actually invest on the future, invest in the future of our people. Our people should not, by this time, continue to depend on imported food outside Biafran land. There are no yam bams any longer. There are no cocoyam, nothing. Just think of it. A bottle of petrol is 145 naira. One coconut is 200 to 300 naira. One cabbage is 150 naira to 200 naira, some 300 naira. One bottle of palm oil is 900 naira. Yeah, think about the cost of producing 1 liter of petrol. Now, think of the cost of producing one coconut. Think of the cost. Then ask yourself, which one is the fastest crude oil? Oil will soon vanish from this earth. I wrote a book in 1985 and told them by 2023, most vehicles in the world will not be using petroleum oil. So, and also, we should be ready for hunger if we don't return to our cultural farming system. It's not the big farmer that is feeding Biafrans. No, it's subsistence farmers that are feeding. 2 million ants can carry my phone up a vertical wall, but 200 ants can never do that. The more the people in the farm, the more the people that are feeding the world are not actually the big farmers. Those farmers who have little, just talk about it. That let's say 200 Biafrans now go and carry 500 empty bags of rice and fill it with sand and half bag of pig dung and plant Irish potato. In the next 4 months, each person will have $6,550, which is almost 3 million naira. So in the next 4 months, we would have produced so number of millionaires, and those millionaires will invest that money on the plant. So in 1 year or 2, if you go to market with 50 naira, if you go to market with 100 naira, 200 naira, you can now feed. And when you can now be sure that you can feed in your home, you will not be running away from your country. You will be able to be contributing to the economic growth and also to the well-being and advancement of that country. But whereby you go to market with 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, as we have it then today, that a pint of Gary is 1,000 naira. Last year, while I was in Gary business, producing Gary always, this year, last 2 years, sorry, we're in 2021. 2019, I was in Gary. Gary was 200 naira a penta, but now it's 1,000 plus. Maybe this year, 2021, I'll go into Gary cassava production again. Now, if we are all doing this, 200, 300, 400 of us, we are doing this individually or collectively in their homes or in their farms, can you imagine what will happen in the next 4 months? There will be food abundance, and we will not need to import. And everybody will have a job to do. You will be able to feed yourself. You'll be able to feed others. And while you're feeding others, they're paying you. That is growing economy. Let me tell you something, my brother. The reason we have saboteurs everywhere is because there is no food. The people who are trying to be independent or who are struggling must be self-sufficient. They must be self-sufficient. Must provide self-reliance project for them. I'm not saying it to chastise, but we're talking of general rule that the reason we have saboteurs is because of promises of money or money given to them. But if you're earning that money, let's say you're earning 3 to 4 million naira every 4 months, which is not possible here. Look at the wages we're having here. If you're having that money, who can come to you now and give you a bribe to go and sabotage your brother? You can't do that because you have the capacity to earn. If somebody keep giving you fish, the person is enslaving you. But when somebody teaches you how to catch fish, the person has set you free. So if we can teach these youths how to provide food, how to provide what they need from what they have, there will be no saboteurs. And nobody sabotage the other. The purpose of sabotage is inconsistency of earning, of means of earning. When you have no hope, when you have no future. If you work here in this country, at the end of the life working, there is no assurance that you're going to be paid for your work. You're going to have your life earning. You're going to have your retirement taken care of, or you just find out there is no hope. But if this famine has a hope for them, and there is hope, continuous hope to be transferred to the next generation, I don't see anybody sabotaging his or her future or being a saboteur for something he's sure that is culturally imbibed inside him. And that's why we need to empower the youths, teach them, reorientate their mind. Their mind has been programmed that you must grab money free of charge. You must grab money. Life is all about money. Life is not all about money. Life is about living. Life is not about money. It's about to do. What did I do? Now, those who are Christians or Muslims or whatever religious among you, according to your own scriptures, it is said, well done, my faithful servant. So it means, what did you do? What did you do? Not what you leave behind. What you left behind can be sold. There are names of people, I don't want to mention them today. They were billionaires a few years ago. Where are their children? Where are what they left behind? Those things are gone. But if you have left ideas behind, if you have left ideas and projects, not factories, not companies, you have left persistent and consistent ideas that do not die behind. You will not die. Your children will not remember you. I don't know the name of my father 400 years ago. I don't know the name of my mother 400 years ago. But what we are doing now will remain permanently. And those who started this will be recognized. Not the kids, not the money, not the affluence. The children growing up these days are told that money is everything. Money is wisdom, money is that. So they go grabbing it and they go sabotaging people because of wrong orientation of the mind. The mind has been bamboozled. The mind has been brainwashed by false and brainwashed education. That is what has happened. And it's unfortunate that after the war, we are giving 20 pounds. That was the biggest crime committed in the Biafran land. When you give everybody 20, everybody, one, becomes equal. Two, you are giving that person that 20 pounds to go after money. Money. And since that is in the mental prowess, in the mental subliminal consciousness, money. When the person marries and have kids, those children will be money. Then the next generation, money. We are reorientated by giving of that 20 pounds was the destruction of Biafran land. So that everybody now goes after money, not go after value and virtues of life. Where they giving that money which they have, the Biafrans will not be pursuing money and sabotaging themselves the way they are doing now. So the biggest crime was to give us 20 pounds and then come to destroy our farmlands and make us believe that our farmlands are no longer important. And so the people now know that the economy is to be attacked. Ask yourself what really happened during the war. I repeated that before. The soldiers were in the battle, but they were shooting our people in the villages. They were killing the children. They were killing our farmers. They were killing our primary school, secondary school, hospitals. They were bombing everything the soldiers left behind. And that resulted to us not able to go to the farm to plant again. And that resulted to hunger. It wasn't because they blockaded us. No, we have the land, but they were bombing the land. They were bombing the farmers. They are still doing it today. So the real war going on is economic war. That's why I call it Foodism War Gladiators. A gladiator doesn't die in the arena. Foodism war is a war that has to be fought. It's a war of the mind. It's a war of the decisions you have to make today. Invest in Biafran lands. Invest in the things that will make you. We're talking of investment. The portal will be created. The opportunity will be done. If you don't want to return, fine. But invest and have your returns. And help us to grow this land again, to become a fertile and a place where people will come to visit, because everything is in abundance here. We have done our part by making it possible that those things you envy in Europe are available here. We have done our part, English apple, both red and green. We have done our part, English grape, English strawberry. We've done our part to make them adaptable to Biafran weather. So you don't envy or import English apple or English strawberry or those things you're eating, they are not available here right now. So we also made it possible for you to have increased production. That is very abnormal increased production. We're not using artificial fertilizer. We're using natural things here. So there is really nothing to import here. We really need to export what we have here. But how do you export if you neglect the opportunities to invest?
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you for a word of wisdom. You've said a lot. You've said a lot, and those who have ears, let them hear. And I believe that Biafrans have been looking for this opportunity to actually, make their presence known. And I believe that as this program continues, as we progress, we're already getting positive response. People are calling in, people are asking questions. People want to get involved in training, and if you want to get involved in training, you can call on the number on the screen. Oriental Origin is partnering with Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE to bring training to our people. So for you to go through the training, you have to go to Oriental Origin, and we are available to make sure that happens. With us is Mazi Solomon Peter. Mazi Solomon, you're welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you so much, Mazi Pat. Good morning from my end. Prof, good morning. Good morning, sir. You are welcome to the program.
It's good night here. Okay.
Yeah, it is you welcoming me to the program now because I'm coming late. Just because of the time, the difference in my own time here. So I'm coming late to the program. I bring greeting to all the viewers and all the people who are supporting this very project. This moment, I said good morning from my end, and thank you so much for being here and for taking home what Prof has to offer us today. And thank you so much, Mazi Pat, for bringing me in. So I know a lot has been said, but I just have to do my little contribution for people to understand the aim and the very intent of this very program. It's very, very important that we understand it so that we'll begin to get ourselves ready to move as a people. Now, this very media is to discuss the economic opportunity, investment opportunities in our lands in a small scale level, in the level that we would be able to eradicate poverty from the grassroots. It is a way of fighting also insecurity. Is a way of also empowering our people, make sure there is harmony in our communities, make sure there is joy and happiness in our communities. Is also a means of campaign for the unity of the eastern regions, because we want to place everybody's interest in the table. So because the fight about survival is a fight for profit, for gain. If you are fighting for survival and you are not making any profit and you are not making any progress, you can't provide food for yourself, you can't provide food for your family, it becomes frustrating. It becomes suiciding. So these are the things that these platforms are coming to take care of. We over the years have lacked getting a trustworthy people, getting a place where people can rely, where people can be able to depend on solidly with confidence that this platform can be able to deliver. That is what we have lacked over the years, and we are coming forward to say this is the platform that can, this is a platform that can be relied on and that people can depend on, because it's purely indigenous people, and they are making everybody to be involved direct. Everybody has to be involved direct. It doesn't have to be this platform mediating, but in a situation where you don't have anyone, and you wanted to invest, you wanted to go into the investment, we are not asking for a big scale of investment. We are talking of the little things. The Bible said the little lumps that leaveth the floor. You know, the yeast is very small, but when you put it on the floor, it makes the floor to rise. So these are the things we are looking at. Those little things that we are neglecting, they are accumulating. You might neglect those drops, slight drops of waters, but over the years, as the time counts, as the day counts, those small drop of water will accumulate into filling the pot or filling the tank. And these are the things we are trying to bring back the attentions of our people, because we have over the years studied our people and see the direction we are going, that every one of us is going towards one direction, whereby leaving the other side of it, leaving it open like it doesn't matter, but it matters, because everything counts in the fight for survival. You must live a balanced life when you are fighting for survival. When you are fighting for freedom, there is every necessity in living a balanced life, a very, very balanced life. So that is why we are throwing out this very program. And you need to understand us, that our workforce we are taking away from our land. Our workforce are not in our land. Our workforce is in America. Our workforce is in Europe. Our workforce is in Australia. Our workforce is in Asia. And how do we rewind back our workforce back into our land? Is by doing what we are doing now, to know that even as long as our lands are consigned, there is people like CHINEDU AGBODIKE, Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE, who are making research, who are making efforts to see that the opportunities around us in our villages are being utilized. So that is why we are throwing this program, that while you are in Asia as our workforce, while you are in Europe as our workforce, that we do things that will connect you back into the land. We do things that will connect you back into taking care of some certain things we neglect in our villages. That is the reason for this program. So you don't come here only, maybe you come to learn, but you will also come here because this platform is here to solve a solution, to provide a solution to our lack, to provide a solution to our backwardness. And you need to be part of this team. You need to be part of this movement to bring back our workforce that is in Europe, to bring back our workforce that is in America, to bring back our workforce that is in Australia. Because together we stand. divided we fall. Also, this platform is here to carry out a campaign of unity in the eastern region. The unity that has mechanism, because Ijaw people are part of eastern regions because the eastern regions profit them more. Irobo is part, Ogoni is part. And why should they look to be part of the struggle of the eastern regions is because of their interest. Is because these eastern regions is more better in better position to protect their interests. And the interest is all about profit, security of life and property, right for existence. So if you want a people, or if you bring people together and you could not be able to feed them, and you could not be able to provide for their needs, then you have lost their interest in that unity, in that togetherness. So we must do things. This platform also is here to work on a profit, to work in a unity that protects the interest of the people. Because first of all, people must see that what they are doing is impacting their life, is impacting their families, is giving them right and the power to live. Because it's only people who are surviving individually, it's only people who are surviving as a family can be able to fight for the survival of their nation, for the survival of their community, for the survival of their race. If you are not surviving as an individual, you are not surviving as a family, how can you fight for the survival of your family? How can you fight for the survival of your village, or survival of your community, or survival of your nation? It is quite impossible, because it's what somebody have, you give. You cannot give what you don't have. If we keep exposing our communities, and out of our carelessness and negligence, or because government neglected us and we choose to neglect ourselves, or because the local government or the state government neglect us and then we choose to neglect ourselves. No, we will not neglect ourselves. We must take care of ourselves. Everything that is within our power, we use it to take care of ourselves and fight for the survival of our village and for the survival of our community. That is what it takes. We need to be fed. We need to be healthy. We need to be creating an opportunity. We cannot abandon our families and abandoning our villages only to be at Europe. Who are you? Those areas that you are abandoning in the village, that is why you see so many things that is happening in our communities, because the good people, the workforce has left the village to Europe. They only left people who cannot create, who doesn't have knowledge. You see people who are making decisions in your villages today, they are the people who has question mark. And we need to draw attention to those areas which we have neglected. Those villages you abandoned to Europe, who is occupying it? Who is making use of the land? Since we have the Land Act in Nigeria that protect that the land belongs to the people, the land that belongs to you, who is investing on that land? Who is using that land? Because that is why we are drawing the attention of our people in these little things. These little things we don't give attention to. It matters a lot. It accumulates. We need to develop that culture. That is from where our forefathers, they start. That is where they start. You today, you are fighting, you are living in that land. But there is people who secure that land in the first place. There is people who came there, lived there, and they survived and succeed the land. Now we are abandoning the culture that they used to succeed the land. Agriculture, farming, food processing, very, very important. We cannot abandon our food, which includes the line of our life. The line of our life. Our food. That is why when somebody dies, you bring that person to the land and bury the person. Because as you see today, if you, the oil that is running is the blood of our ancestors. The healthy of our land, it is the blood of our ancestors, including, because that is where I will return. When I return there, I will keep making the land fertile. That is why when you die, they bring you there. When they bring you there and bury you with the food with Chinese food, with European food, with all this cup food that you are eating, then you cannot produce what our ancestors are producing. We must take care of the land and take care of the people. We must take care of our village, because that is the way forward. We should not reduce our people, because I said it in this program that today everybody is running NGO, everybody is running NGO. Babiala is all over. The same culture that the Europeans throw out, the same culture that is existing in the north, where people has to do Babiala, help this person need help, this person need help, this person need help. While we have an opportunity to cultivate the land, and everybody will be fed and everybody's need will be met. And we change the value of, we put more value on what we can produce than money. Because people who has money are already, most of them are lying helplessly in the hospital. While we have rich food, while we have rich farming culture that could take care of their disease even before they fall sick, could take care of the disease that are rendered them useless in the hospital today. Why are we neglecting that? And the Bible said, when God said to the children of Israel, you have taken the harvest, and yet my people were not healed, because the part of the harvest is the herb that keep the people healthy. So it's very, very important you understand what this platform stands for and why this platform. We are here to take care of those little things and develop them, because every nation where you are today working, they developed what they have. They developed it. Even the things they took from other country, they come to their country and they developed it. So we need not to forget, despite that we have been taken away to several places, we have been taken away to several countries, we have run to several countries, we'll also have to bring down our attention that something needs to be done in our land, so that by the time we choose to return, we will not meet the land the same way as we left them. That is why we are drawing that with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much. Professor, thank you very much. You're welcome. The line is open for those who want to ask questions. We have some comments here. People are commenting. And we have Hyacinth Ebere said, much has been said by you people, and they are sweeter than honey. Is there any, at least a small and practical structure you have set? A leader lead by example, actions speak louder. Many are interested. Mandi mechanic emela anyamaism de bondiara. So it's very obvious that Hyacinth had not been following our program on this platform, and that is why he's talking about practical things. And I encourage Hyacinth to go to our YouTube channel, go and like the page, go to Facebook, Black and White, like the page, keep following us. You will continue to see what we are talking about. If you are interested in investing, if you live in the diaspora, come and join us. Bring your money into agricultural equipment, because that is the area we are investing right now. The package is available, and we'll be making you go through the Oriental. Mazi Solomon.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, Mazipat, in where you have said, and I believe that Innocent will be listening to me at this very moment. This is media campaign.
No, it's not Innocent. It's Hyacinth Ebere.
Okay, sorry. I believe that Hyacinth will be listening to me at this very moment. Hyacinth, if you are listening to me, what we needed at this very moment is your interest. Your interest. We want you to keep us following us. We are not requesting anything from you rather than your interest. As a regard to direction, we are going to give you directions and show you the package. Okay, so we are working on the foundations, because we are not looking at a foundation that will collapse tomorrow, or a foundation that will be counted as one of the mechanic in a. So keep following us. We just wanted you to buy this idea. In terms of how it's going to happen, just buy the idea. That is what we want from you at this very moment, and we will roll out things that will marvel you very soon. And Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE is on the ground. Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE, for clarification, in 2018, we went to Ogoniland, and we went to different places in Biafran land as to regard to land and what will be cultivated. And we find out that we have rich lands. And the Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE has made, with his team, has made so many research as to regard to our land and what they will be used for. Now, the program that is remaining, because the land is being cultivated, and you are listening in this very program, Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE are telling you they are going into farming this month. They are going into rice farming. They are going into vegetables, and they have numbered a lot of things. Now, what we are doing here is to roll a program on how you yourself can participate. The work is already going on the ground, but the framework on how you can participate is the reason why we are making this campaign in this very platform. So your interest is what we need at this very moment. Just show interest and we will be able to give you direction. Thank you so much. Prof, I don't know if you have something to add to what I
Yeah. What I want to ask him, is he in Biafra land? What does he want to buy that is produced in Biafra land? He can come to my office. If he comes to my office next week, I'll give him a bag of rice free of charge. I hope that will settle him. I'll give him one bag of rice and 32, which will go from our farm. Then I can take him around our piggery, whatever farm site he wants to take around. Practically. You see, I'm promising him a bag of rice. Remember, a bag of rice is 34. But I'm going to promise you a free bag of rice if you come to my office next week. This rice is produced. We are finished harvesting. We are trying to start new planting. And whatever you want, English apple, I'll take you to the farm. You plug it by yourself and eat. And if you want grape, anything you need, I'll take you to the farm site. So we can video it to show practically what we're saying. I've shown them practically the things we are working on, the things we have done, the yams we are uprooting, the whatever we're doing, and I don't have any other convincing facts to show you that these are real. But if you're in Biafra land, come to my office tomorrow and collect a bag of rice. I hope that will help you understand that the thing is practical.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I think we have a caller. Let's see if we can take this call. I think we have a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome. Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, caller. Good evening.
program.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the program. Can you please tell us your name and where you are calling from?
All right. My name is Dike Manuel, calling from India. I'm from around Israel, from land. Please, I'm interested in this program and I've been following you for a while. Especially in this program, that I've been following your program for a long time. So I just want to make inquiry about this because it's a very, very important program. What I want to ask is it possible to organize seminars on this? If one wants to, maybe I want to enlighten my community and carry them along, is it possible for Prof to organize a seminar with Prof so I can come and lecture them? I'm not into agriculture, but I love agriculture. So that is number one question. And number two is I want to know something like onion. I've seen onion seed here in India. I want to confirm about onion. How can one get the good species or onion, have access to onion seed and other things? Maybe I have two other reservations I'll have to ask later. Then another one is, can we have the WhatsApp forum where we can ask questions and or have updates on day to day in case if we have any questions or other things we want to ask from Prof. Because as I've seen, he has done a lot of research and he's into it, and one need to work along with the professional so to not make mistakes. Let me keep it to this level for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mazi Solomon, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you so much. For the first question he asked, I respond to the first question. Already seminars are going on. If you want seminar in any village or in any community or town, just call the number on the screen. We will organize, we will book a date for the seminar, and then we will roll out the package for that seminar. Remember, the basic, like coming to seminar is free of charge, but the package, we have the different types of package, like coming to seminar to learn on how the basic things on how to learn how to do those mechanized farming is free. But when you needed the proper consultations, building your farm for you and showing you how to plant the seed, how to manage the farm is payable, is not for free, because these are intellectual properties. So we don't need to menstrualize, because this platform is purely business interest, is purely profit interest. So we are not doing anything for voluntarily, but we are running it as to make sure that you get the knowledge when you want it, that the knowledge is available for you and is affordable again, and you can be able to reach out and get support at any time when you wanted it. So if you want to seminar in any village, then just come forward with it. Then we'll be able to create a package for that very seminar, and the Prof and his team will always be there to lecture the people. Now, in terms of questions about onions and this, I think Prof is in the positions to answer that very questions. Prof, does onions grow in our land? Is there any research as to regard to onions now? Thank you.
Yeah, onions, I told you, we have gradually, and we have for the past 11 years, we've been able to work to adapt every crop that we're not growing here. Again, onion can grow. You can even plant onion now, but it will be done in bags. Bag farming, I don't know if you can show it on the screen. Now, we have different kinds of onion. So where you're in, we have herbal onions. We have onion that cures prostrate. You know, there's no medical cure for prostrate. So we have different kinds of onions. We have spring onion, we have White onion, we have so many types. Even into garlic, they are all growable here. We have onion you can grow outside normal rainy season. I have the onion do not like much rain. I have the one who can grow within greenhouses or within cement bags in a controlled environment, not greenhouse. We have the one who plant in the farms. And we have been producing and planting onion for the past 5 years. Yes, we do. But as I said, there are different types. Purposes, herbal medicine, say the word medical, is herbal medical processes. You know, some people feel that all over the world, they don't have cure for prostate, but part of the onion I will show you can cure prostate. So we are working towards getting people to get interested in some of these things. We hand them. The company that I mentioned with direct, we have been giving seminars for the past 10 years all over Biafran land. There's no place I've not gone to. If you ask your people, they will tell you that I've been in their town. Ask them. So right now, this organization will
I think that Prof is freezing with a network problem. So, yes, so yes.
Before you bring, yeah, I hope that Prof will come back. Please try to bring him back, because the protest that he mentioned, you know that a lot of Biafrans, they are in overseas suffering from that prostrate. And the Prof is telling you in Biafran land there is healing. So that is a very broady topic of his own, so which we are going to get Prof to talk more on that. So, and yeah, it's very, very important. I think Prof has answered the questions about onions. There is solution. Now we are planting onions in a large quantity in our land, because I want Prof to say it, because I have proof. Only today that I think today Mazipat was not in a position of showing you videos, because we have videos and we have pictures of onions. So we can plant onions, anything you can think about that can be planted on the ground that the earth can produce, our land will produce it. The research that have been made, the development that have been made over the years through this team, through these teams that Prof belongs to, that have given us confidence, and the farming is one of the lucrative business that is going on now in our region. Our people need to be fed. And so many other people also are depending on who are looking for who can feed them. Very, very important. So we want to rewind back into this culture. We want to develop it as a culture. Is more unifying factor than business by itself. So it is very, very important. Yeah, Prof, you are back. Thank you. You are back. Prof, you talked something about protest, curing the protest disease. And so many people, we are not aware of what is this prostrate that you talk about. Sorry for that, miss. Prostrate that you talk about. So what actually it is, because so many people are not aware of this very
so many men die
disease.
Of prostrate. So many men die of prostrate, and it's a small gland like walnut in the private part deep inside that stores the hymen. Now, because performances of a man with a woman reduces as they grow older, but the hymens continue to produce. When it dries up, the planes will start expanding. It will get to the area where it will block the urinary tract. It will get to the point where it becomes prostate cancer. Well, our herbal mixtures here, our herbal remedies across we're growing in Biafra can treat prostate cancer. It can treat prostate. Prostate is for men, not for women. Women can develop their own, which is breast cancer and other things, and have some bad complications and the rest of them. What we know is that prostrate is men from 40 years upwards. Most men, majority of men that die today die because of prostrate matters. Those are the things that kill them. And they will not be able to urinate. And most men now, even as you are now, you may not know that your prostrate is growing. How do you know? When you urinate and the urine doesn't come out, you have to fling your penis before the urine can come out. It means the prostrate is already there. You're supposed to be using some of these onions. I don't want to mention them here. When you come to our land, we'll teach you. When you're supposed to use this onion to stop so that you can be urinating like a little baby. I'm 60-something years old and I don't feel it because I'm using Biafran prostrate gland onion. You don't know the type of onion. If you want, come here, we'll teach you. So these are the areas we're talking of. The thing that can kill a man is prostrate gland. It's there. And it can turn to prostate cancer, even if you operate it, which is called 17 million naira. But there is no need, even with a little bit of maybe 1,000 naira, 500 naira, we can cure a prostate problem. So why go and spend 17 million when we can cure it with 500, 1,000, 2,000 naira is even too much. So that's why I said we don't know what we have here. If we do, a lot of us fly abroad for prostate cure, while actually if you can grow some of those onions here, you just eat them and within few months, you are free from them. And that is a cure, but I don't want to you come out, collect 2,000 from you. No, because you fly abroad to go to India to meet people and give them job and life and future. Stop killing themselves and sabotaging one another. So that is what I said, prostrate. Some of the farm products we have, majority of them, the things that can heal you as a Biafran, can heal you as a native. Let me ask you something. All these Lebanese and all these Chinese, what do? They go to other, bring whatever they have there and send it to their own nation to develop their own nation. Is it not what we are doing? Is it not what we are supposed to be doing? When you're abroad, most of our workforce, as my brother said, they are outside our African land, the outside Biafran land. Why not bring?
Mazi, I think Prof is out. So our brother also talked about creating a WhatsApp group, Mazi Solomon, where they can get update. Mazi, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mazi Pat. Our level now is not on a WhatsApp group. We have a website where you can go to update yourself, drop your comment, and ask a question. So yeah, we are not operating WhatsApp group at this moment. We have operated a WhatsApp group in the past, and all these WhatsApp groups, you discover that you bring people into the group, they will change the aim of the group. Start publishing both their bedrooms, both their toilets, both their, things that are not relevant, whereby boring the people that are in that very group to ask an important questions and do an important communication. So we have exceeded that, where people have to be, because one thing with WhatsApp is that everything, pictures that is being uploaded in the WhatsApp go direct into your storage. So they are not like a media like Facebook where the things hangs in the internet, So, but in the WhatsApp, any picture they publish goes straight into your storage, and the people are complaining. People are flooding their storage space with a lot of things, that articles that is not necessary, that is not part of what you can't take a picture with your wife and then you upload it in a WhatsApp group and all that, and all those things are taking space. So we are not operating WhatsApp group at this moment. We are operating on our website, where you can drop a comment, ask questions, a correspondent will be responding to you directly based on your need. And we also running this media outfit whereby you can come forward with your questions here and it will be solved, it will be clear. Like the brother who said, can we organize seminar for village? Yes, come up with the name of the village where you want this seminar. Then we will apply. That's why we
Mazi, there is already a seminar that is being, I haven't updated you, that will be coming up in Aba. and I think the brother who is taking charge of that seminar for his community. He lives in the UK, and he said he want old people, farmers, to get the enlightenment and the education. So Oriental Origin will be taking care of that. The logistics will be taking care of the process. So it's part of what we are doing. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you. Like those seminars, when we organize the seminars for communities, then the package the package is being arranged for everybody. Then we'll pay it at once, and then everybody can walk in to get a free information as to regard to agriculture. Nobody charges you anymore. Okay, so it's only the organizers that take responsibility for that, because we want to provide free information for our people. Then when it comes to supporting you directly as a farmer, that is where you have to pay. So we need to understand this so we can differentiate it. So if you are now wanting the Oriental Origin to set up a farming for you, to make choice of a farming, to support you with technical needs and all that, then you have to pay for the service. But in terms of coming to seminar, if you want a seminar for your village, we will tell you what that seminar takes, and then it will be one space off, and everybody, no matter their number, can walk in and access the information that will be discharged in that very seminar. So it's very, very important. But when it comes to follow up, you want the teams to come to your land. You want them to see what you can deliver, what you can do, they can help you with the seed and the fertilizer, show you details, more details practically. Then that you have to pay for the service. But informations are free. So if anybody wanting to organize seminar in their village, we are available. We are available to teach everyone the basic things that they need to know, the basic knowledge that they require to know. We are ready to give it free of charge. We are giving it free of charge. So we are not in the level of WhatsApp at this time. We are operating on the ground. We are on the ground. So not WhatsApp group where you have to be bothering people even when they are when their time frames is not when their time frame is not okay, then you keep bothering them with message or with call. So we are making everything to the standard so that your space will not be closed, and the space of the people who are organizing things will also not be closed. Thank you, Master.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. I think you've taken care of that. We've received a series of comments. People are asking questions. People want professor's number. We will make professor number available, but you have to contact us on those 934-816-2312. So we'll be able to be specific on what you want from Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE, who is also very, very, very engaged with a lot of things. And it's very, very important that we process every detail, to be able to be specific in, handing over issues to him. Professor, are you there? We want to see how we can start winding down this program. We've talked about the medicinal angle, the opportunities that are available. They are enormous. Unfortunately, some of us left our villages. I am regretting leaving my village, and I'm thinking relocating back, because with the level of knowledge available, we can actually generate electricity. We can produce liquefied natural gas with waste, so these are the opportunities that are available. So we can actually cook our food with, producing them from waste. These are things that have been existing, but we never had access to this information. So we are here to return the word back to our villages and communities. And as for those who are asking questions about, what is being done on the ground, a lot of work is going on the ground. What we want is everybody to join hand so that we'll all be able to work together to bring wealth to our communities. There is no room for skepticism. Mazi Solomon, the Professor CHINEDU is out, and I would like us to start winding down this program and to come back possibly tomorrow. Are you going to give us word that you've been able to get in touch with Engineer Richard for tomorrow's program?
Thank you so much. Engineer Richard will be available for tomorrow program, and probably Engineer Innocent will also be available. So we are rolling out the program for tomorrow. So it's good you join us. Okay, we'll be bringing more of the expertise in this very program so that they'll help to talk to us and also answer your questions directly. We cannot ignore this very aspect of these very programs, which has to do with human empowerment and how to create wealth in our villages, and how to make things that are not available, even on the area that government have not taken care of or have not supported the people. We can support ourselves as we are fighting for survival, because definitely you need to have freedom for you to give people freedom. You need to be a survival for you to fight for the survival of your nations or for the survival of your community. Today, if every one of us have died in the war 1967 to 1970, who will be today campaigning or struggling for liberations of the eastern regions? Who will today be doing it? Who will today be talking about Biafra? So that is why you need to be a survivor for you to fight for the survival of your people. And those little things in which government has used to neglect us, we should not also neglect ourselves. So we looked at those little things and empower them. So please keep on joining this very program, because Abala Kanazana Onye Jiji Anako. Thank you. Until I come your way again, is me, Solomon Peter. As we get ready for tomorrow program, please do everything to join us. It doesn't matter how little the knowledge is. If you add it to what you have before, then that will put you ahead of others. It's very, very important that we understand all this process, because no matter what comes in, if you always spend, you will always be poor. Join us again tomorrow as we bring on your way this program in black and white web TV. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mazi Pat.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Peter, it's my pleasure to have you. Thank you for making our time to be here. I know it's not easy. I know it is out of time schedule, but we appreciate your coming. We want to thank Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE also for making our time to come on this program. Hopefully next week he will be back, and Mazi Solomon will also be back. And I will be hosting you again tomorrow with Engineer Innocent Nani and Engineer Fred Richard from the USA, who will be talking about energy generation. The time will be 7 p.m. Biafra land time. And we have Favor Ize, who said, I have written to your WhatsApp, you never answer me. I haven't gotten any of since you haven't called in, you can call in after the program for whatever question you have. The number is on the screen, 00394 349816 2312. You can call in after the program for inquiries. Oriental Origin is here. The website will be getting ready. The Black and White Web TV website is also ready. You can go there to check out things that is happening. We are here to bring you information that you need. Why is information important? Because information is power. I think that my professor will be giving us his last word. Hello, Professor. We are rounding up. Can you please give us your last take on today's program as we'll be coming back again, possibly next week?
The best thing to do is to invest in your motherland. You are a product of your motherland. Your culture, your tradition makes you what you are, or else you remain a slave or a second-hand citizen any way you are at this earth. As long as your identity is lost, as long as you have lost your identity, you have lost yourself. To identify who we were, who we are. We were left here by people's sweat. That's why we're enjoying. We should not kill the ones that we left behind. I pray that we understand the importance of returning our culture and tradition, returning our people, returning our nation, and returning our lives. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you for coming. I will hope to see you next week. And it's our pleasure to have you. So much love from the comment section. People are appreciating your knowledge and they hope you'll be giving us more. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much for being part of this program. We'll be coming back tomorrow, like I said, to host two important persons. Professor Engineer Innocent Nani and Engineer Fred Richard from USA, who will be talking about food processing and energy production to be able to power our cottage industry. And you can actually invest in this area. So it's a whole lot of package that we are rolling out for Biafrans, giving them opportunity to succeed. Thank you very much. It's me, Mazi Ikem Patrick DK, and I'm happy that you all joined us. We encourage you to share this program. Make sure that you make it go around, tag your friends. Make sure that you also share in every platform that is available so that others can get the message. Encourage your friends to also like Black and White Web TV on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also you can subscribe to Patrick Ikem channel on YouTube so that you'll be able to get notifications. It's my pleasure to have you, and I want to say thank you very much for coming, and I will see you once again tomorrow again. Thank you and God bless you.
You can never take it away, that's not true. You can never take it away, that's not true. I'm gonna run the world and see many things. I'm gonna run the world and see many people. Everything we need is right in Africa. Everything we need is right here in Africa. Only what we need is just unity.